Once upon a time, in a prosperous kingdom nestled between the rolling hills and the sparkling rivers of ancient Africa, there lived a wealthy man named Kwame. Kwame was renowned not only for his immense wealth, but also for his wisdom and kind heart. Despite his wealth, he was deeply unhappy, for he sought something money could not buy: true love. He yearned for a companion who would cherish him for who he was, not for his riches. Kwame decided to disguise himself as a poor man and set out to find a wife who would love him genuinely. He swapped his luxurious robes for simple, tattered clothes and left his grand mansion for a small, humble hut at the edge of the kingdom. With his new identity as a poor fisherman named Kofi, Kwame set out to find his true love. In a nearby village, there lived a beautiful and kind-hearted maiden named Amina. Amina was known for her generosity and her unwavering spirit. Despite her own modest means, she was always ready to help those in need. Her beauty was renowned throughout the land, but it was her compassion and wisdom that truly set her apart. One day, while Amina was fetching water from the river, she noticed a stranger struggling with a broken fishing net. The man was Kofi, the disguised Kwame. His hands were roughened from the new, unfamiliar work, and he looked weary. Amina's heart went out to him. "Let me help you," she said, her voice soft yet filled with determination. She took the net and began to mend it skillfully. Kofi watched her, his heart swelling with gratitude and admiration. "Thank you, kind lady," he said. "I am new to this village and the fishing trade. Your help means a lot to me." Amina smiled warmly. "We all must help each other. It is the way of our people. What brings you to our village, stranger?" Kofi sighed, weaving a story to fit his disguise. "I am a poor man seeking a new beginning. Life has not been kind to me, but I hope to make an honest living here." Days turned into weeks, and Kofi and Amina grew closer. They often met by the river, where Amina would help him with his fishing nets and share stories of their lives. Kofi found himself falling deeply in love with Amina, not just for her beauty, but for her unwavering kindness and strength. However, Amina's heart was conflicted. Though she was drawn to Kofi, she could not ignore the suitors from her village who sought her hand in marriage. These men, though not as wealthy as Kofi's true identity, were far more prosperous than the poor fisherman he pretended to be. One evening, during a village festival, Amina's father, Chief Abasi, announced a challenge for all the suitors. "The man who can bring me the rarest and most beautiful flower from the Forbidden Forest will have my daughter's hand in marriage." The Forbidden Forest was a place of great mystery and danger. It was said that only the bravest could enter and return. The suitors, eager to prove their worth, set off immediately. Kofi, determined to win Amina's heart honestly, also joined the quest. The journey through the forest was perilous. Fierce animals prowled the shadows, and treacherous paths wound through dense, thorny underbrush. The suitors, unused to such hardship, soon gave up and returned to the village, empty-handed and defeated. Only Kofi pressed on, driven by his love for Amina. After days of arduous travel, Kofi stumbled upon a hidden grove. In the center of the grove was a single, radiant flower, its petals shimmering with an otherworldly light. He carefully picked the flower and made his way back to the village. When Kofi returned, the villagers were astounded. Chief Abasi examined the flower, his eyes wide with amazement. "You have done the impossible, Kofi. You have proven your worth. My daughter shall be your wife." Despite the chief's proclamation, not all in the village were pleased. One of the wealthiest suitors, a man named Juma, grew envious and suspicious. He couldn't believe that a mere fisherman had succeeded where he had failed. Determined to uncover the truth, Juma followed Kofi one night and witnessed him secretly meeting with a wealthy merchant who was in fact one of Kwame's loyal servants, bringing supplies to his master. Juma confronted Kofi the next day. "You are not who you claim to be. You are a fraud, pretending to be poor to win Amina's love. Reveal your true identity, or I will expose you to the entire village." Kofi knew the time had come to reveal his true self. He gathered the villagers and Chief Abasi, and in front of everyone, he confessed, "I am not Kofi, the poor fisherman. I am Kwame, a wealthy man who sought to find true love. I disguised myself to ensure that I was loved for who I am, not for my wealth." The villagers were stunned, and Amina felt a surge of mixed emotions. She had fallen in love with Kofi, the humble fisherman, but now faced the reality of his true identity. Chief Abasi, though initially angry at the deception, saw the sincerity in Kwame's eyes. "You have proven your worth, not by your wealth, but by your actions and your heart. You have shown that you are willing to endure hardship for the sake of true love." Amina stepped forward, her eyes filled with tears. "I fell in love with Kofi, the man who worked tirelessly and showed kindness and humility. If that is who you truly are, then I love you still, whether you are poor or rich." Kwame's heart soared. He embraced Amina, and the villagers, seeing the genuine love between them, began to cheer. Chief Abasi gave his blessing, and the couple was wed in a grand ceremony that celebrated not only their union, but the triumph of love over deception. Kwame and Amina lived happily ever after, their love growing stronger each day. Kwame never forgot the lessons he learned during his time as a poor fisherman. He used his wealth to help the villagers, ensuring that no one would ever suffer from poverty as he had pretended to. And Amina, with her kind heart and unwavering spirit, stood by his side, beloved by all. And so, the tale of Kwame and Amina became a legend, a story passed down through generations, reminding all who heard it that true love knows no boundaries, and the heart sees far beyond what the eyes can behold.